The Equalizer 2 is the newest collaboration between Antoine Fuqua and Denzel Washington, and it is a fun action film.
It's go time.
They're going to war with me.
It's go time.
Whoever did this
have off-chart skill sets.
they're with the agency.
Family. You ever see Star Trek? Very good.
Call 911.
Go time.
So going into this, I had seen the original Equalizer on the big screen when it came out, but I didn't want to see it ever again. I didn't buy it on Blu-ray. I didn't ever check it out on HBO or anything, and I just kind of forgot about it. But I remembered that okay, this guy that is a badass, and he times his fights. And I remember the thing in the climax of the movie was a big fight in a hardware store. And that's really all I remembered from the first movie. But, I didn't have that high expectations. But going into Equalizer 2, it's a good film. I think it might even be better than the first one. But it still had the problem where, he's a little bit of a Mary Sue, kind of. But not horribly so. But it's just that he can't do everything, but he is such a badass. I would have liked some more weakness or some more character development for him, but they really don't do too much. Although they do go into a little bit more about what his previous life was and what happened to his wife and why he's trying to help people. And they do introduce characters that they used to be work with him in the government and other things they did. And I liked a lot of that stuff they did. But they still he's still going around helping people, and there's some really cool scenes with that. But some of the times that they're side quests in an RPG game where he does a bunch of side quests, and some of the side quests are a little more interesting than the main quest. But you kind of forget what the actual main story is about while he's doing this other stuff. And they have to do things to make people that he helped are in danger in the finale, and he has to save them. But at the same time, the finale they did another really kind of epic scene, not in the hardware store this time, but at a beach during a hurricane. And I'm not sure how they filmed a lot of it. It looks pretty cool. They have a bunch of the assassin squad going after him in the middle of a hurricane. And there's some cool stuff they do. The action is good. I want to say all the action is filmed very well, and the film in general, you can tell that the talent behind the camera and in the front of camera is higher than your average action film, and that it's filmed incredibly well, and there's Denzel Washington isn't an action hero. But they film around it enough that he does come off as an action hero. They don't have to fake too much, it seems like. And they did a good job with it. At the same time, though, the actual story was pretty light for the main parts. It's kind of like an average spy story. But, I saw it coming. And also, there's the stuff that the whole thing that sets everything off is that this couple is murdered, and to make it look like a murder-suicide. And that kind of sets off, Denzel Washington's old friend to go investigating it because the guy was a spy. And, you get a lot of shenanigans from that. But you never really explained why the first assassination happened. And I was like, but they don't really tackle that at all. It's I know that it was just a means to get to this other stuff. But I was like, well, why were they murdered? They didn't really explain it. And some of the stuff that is kind of hand-wavy with how this assassin squad was used to work for the government, but now mercenaries. It's a little hand-wavy, but, whatever. It's an Equalizer film. What do you expect? And, it's a fun time in the movie theater. It's nothing more, nothing less. I give, an 8 out of 10. It was entertaining. Maybe 7.75 out of 10, something like that. It was entertaining, but wasn't anything crazy. Again, I don't think I'll ever need to see this movie again, even though I enjoyed it. So I would recommend it with a little bit of caveats. But thanks for watching. Make sure the video playlist around my head, and subscribe to me on that Z over there. And see you next time.